That's how I met John Lennon.
It doesn't count if you break into his funeral.
Shook his hand, didn't I?
I'm Luke.
I'm T, and this is Class of 1492's Things Not to Bitch About. Today we're discussing the Tau. We've got 5 points on reasons not to bitch about the Tau.
Our first point is, look before you leap. Look at the other players' list, the Tau players' list, before you fight it. I'm not saying build a list to fight said Tau player, but just make sure you know what you're going to go up against. If he's got 5 Riptides, make sure you're mentally prepared to play a douchebag.
Number 2 is Riptides are actually just models. They're not gods. A lot of people want to think that a Riptide, being the biggest model on the table, is going to be the thing that delivers the biggest punch on the table, which isn't necessarily true. Riptides can be just under 300 points of killing its own self sometimes.
Those Nova reactors.
Dim Nova reactors.
Point number 3. Overwatch is easily manipulated. If you're charging a Tau gun line, and you charge with 2 separate units, they can only fire on 1 unit. If you charge 1 squad of Fire Warriors with 2 units, they can only fire on 1 unit. Cannot stress that point enough. Also, if you're Chaos, use Dirge Casters. Park a Rhino in their face. It's worth it.
Number 4 is reserves. A lot of people think that when they field against the Tau, they need to put a lot of their better units, their heavy hitters, in reserves so that they last longer throughout the game, which isn't necessarily true. When you have fewer models on the table, that gives me more opportunities to focus my fire. Then by the time your heavy hitters come in, I got a lot of guys who are just waiting to shoot at something, and those heavy hitters look mighty appetizing.
Point number 5. Marker lights are the eyes and ears of the Tau. If you focus on their Pathfinder units that give them the marker light bonuses, you're going to take out their most effective bonuses on the table. Being able to boost a squad of Fire Warriors to Ballistic Skill 10, that's unnecessary, but it can turn the tide of a battle. Take out the marker lights early, you take out the Tau's eyes and ears.
And lastly, our bonus point is that in war, men die. A lot of Tau players are real gung-ho about grabbing those easy kills. So if you've got, a squad of guardsmen who aren't quite pulling their weight, maybe some scouts that are just sitting back there not doing anything, eating up points, throw them a little further up. Let the Tau literally bait his own hook. No pun intended.
How's that a pun?
Devilfish, hammerhead, fish names, Tau.
Oh, okay. Fish folk.
Yeah.
I'm Luke.
I'm T, and this has been Class of 1492's
Things Not to Bitch About.
Have a great night.